guys, welcome back to another episode of the 100 Baby Challenge. So, in between episodes, I did make a few modifications to the house. Um, One is I made this a nursery over here instead of her bedroom because I figured we can upgrade the beds and she can just use one of the kids' beds while they're at school or whatever. I'm getting really tired of constantly in the last episode, I kept having them pick them up off the mat and then place them on the floor, or randomly they end up off the mat somehow, but they look like they're on the mat. So I'm testing to see if this is better. I also, I'm testing this out. Logic would state that they can use the counter above the oven because all I really need for the stove and oven part, all I need is the oven because I need to be able to bake cakes and stuff. So I'm gonna test this if this works, because if so, then in the future, whenever I do a rebuild, I can always cut more space back because of that. I also made a couple modifications over here. I did add a shower over here to test if this is better, if this works out a little bit better. I'm also going to be testing over here. I'm gonna try testing with infants today to see not using the tub, but use the sink more often so that maybe I can get rid of the tub, which would get me 2 more cubes of space back, because currently every tile on here, I have 64 of 64 tiles. For a tiny home, I cannot go any more tiles than what I have here. So I'm trying to use the space. We have plenty of space, so it's just trying to figure out how to use it. So one of the things I was thinking of that I'm going to test today is I have been contemplating, since I don't have the toddlers for more than 1 or 2 days, the other idea I had is I could always get like either the roll-up toddler sleeping bags, or I could get them a bean bag, which it's not very humane, but they can sleep on the beanbag chair or something. Um, and they can get enough energy for those few times that they do need energy. So we may consider that next time as well, which would mean we could actually get the underspace of these beds back, or we could completely cut it down to one bunk bed. So we will be testing that too. Um, so yeah, I think the things we need to focus on today. Ivy's at school. Hopefully she'll come home with a B grade. And let's see. She doesn't need anything done to her other than go to school, come back, age up, things like that. Let's see. Fern is just tired, so I think we'll start getting the kids into the cribs. So put infant to bed. There we go. Fern. And put the infant to bed. Let's put Sage in there. And let's see. Sage. She's exhausted, so... Okay, that was a bit delayed. She's exhausted, so we'll also get her into bed. Okay, so now both of them are in bed, so actually they're getting ready to age up. So that's also really good. So we will have 2 toddlers and only 1 infant for a while. Okay, and then I really want her to test if this works, because logic would state you can prep on the counter above the oven that you're cooking in. Okay, so let's test this. I'm really hoping this works, because it would mean I could cut it back for this one down to 3 tiles that are needed for the kitchen, which really opens up the space. It does! Okay, so that is a really good tip to know for future reference in tiny homes. Because I always love testing the limits of a tiny home to see how and where you can kind of save some space. So it's always fun to play with this and try to figure out where you can cut back to where you only need the bare minimum. Where was she at? I really want to get this done today too, so I think first she needs to focus on repairing or like upgrading the beds here. So I think that's going to be the next goal after she finishes baking these. I want her to work on these beds. Hopefully the babies let me work on this a little bit. Fingers crossed they let me get away with this for a little bit till I finish it so that I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we can now have an extra tile in there. Okay, but now we need to go work on the beds. Get those upgraded. Oh, it's Jane's birthday. Okay, well, we're gonna wait a little bit to age up Jane. Okay, and she's a bee. Okay, so let's make sure she gets her homework done. Okay, actually, she's crying. Because, let's come over here. Oh, there it was. Super efficient newborn care, and then we're getting back to the bed. We only have one upgrade left. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you out there in the cold? Where are you at? Oh, you're sitting at the table, that's why. Okay, well, come sit in here. There we go. No freezing to death, please. What do these two... Okay, she just needs a bath. Okay, I'm gonna guess you had a diaper issue. Okay, she just needs to be fed. So we're gonna actually put this on hold because I want to get them taken care of quickly. There we go. Good enough. Let's see. I guess we can't really put off aging up the baby any longer, so let's age up Jane. Okay. Calm. Okay, that works. Let's go ahead and can we fit this, like, right there? There we go. I want to fit this right here. Why are you putting her outside in the cold? You are a terrible parent. Put her in the bed here. No, go pick up the baby and put her in the bed, please. There we go. And then she can take a shower, and I think it's time for her to go to bed because she's tired, she's hungry, and she is stinky. So... Okay, why is she determined to put the baby outside? Put the baby in the crib, please. I really wish you could just say, like, not pick up. Oh, and it's... And it's Fern and Sage's birthday. Oh, okay. Well, we're doing that tomorrow, because do we have a cake? I don't think I'm ready to deal with more toddlers the second. So... Okay, we're gonna wait until morning to age those two up, because she's stinky, she's tired, and she honestly needs to just get some sleep. So, we're gonna aim for get her a shower, get her some food, and get her to bed. Okay, I think she has enough sleep. This one's crying about being hungry, and I kind of want to get the other two aged up. And I would rather do it in a controlled manner than have it all happen at the same time. So, let's pull out the cake, and let's get these two aged up. In fact, perfect timing. Sage just woke up. Woke up with a very, very stinky diaper. There we go. Okay, let's change Sage's diaper, and let's also clean up Sage. Or no, Fern. Mixed them up. Clean up, Fern. We're only going to do 3 of this, just because they're about to age into a toddler. Okay, there we go. And now we're aging up Fern, and then we'll age up Sage. Okay, so... Independent! Yes! Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go put candles back on the cake. And how are you? Okay, you're hungry. That's fine. We've got food right over here. Okay, we gotta make another cake because she took too long. So let's make another cake. Do not touch the child. No. Oh my gosh. She is determined to put the kid out on the snow. No, stop. Okay, this... I don't know if this is... I don't know what is causing this, but this is a bit annoying. No! What are you doing? They're trying to go to sleep. What? This is a weird bug. They really need to fix this. Like, I'm clicking on the crib. What in the heck? Why? Infants are so annoying. Or more importantly, or more specifically, the parents are annoying. Okay. I cannot wait until she's a teenager and I have another pair of hands in this house. Why do you grab a bowl of cereal when I had perfectly good aubergine and other food right over here for you? I swear, my kids are testing my patience today. Okay, finally. Help Sage blow out the candles because I cannot take this anymore. Finally, she's aged up. So let's put candles on the cake and put it away. Independent 2 for 2. Oh my gosh, thank you. I don't have to work on potty with them. Okay, you're just complaining about being awake. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. No, put candles on the cake before the kid eats it. I'm gonna be so mad if this kid eats this cake. In fact, I'm gonna solve the problem. Okay, you need everything. Go ahead and babble to that, and then maybe work on shapes. Use the potty. And what else? Okay, and she needs imagination. I'm gonna put one of these on the floor and see what happens. But I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what they changed. But I don't know what they changed when they did the update, but they really need to fix it. The parents have become practically hyper attentive to the kids. To the point they fuss, they drop everything to go help the infants, and that's not good. Like, this just plain annoying when you're trying to do something to help the kid, and even when they don't need something. So, I don't know what they did, but they need to fix that. Okay, I'm gonna have her finish this upgrade and then climb into bed and go to sleep. I really wanted to work on the painting, but I think I'm gonna have to wait to do that until she's a teenager and she can take care of some of the kids while I work on that. Let's put Jane on... Can I put Jane on the mat here from this size? That's the one problem with having them in the cribs, is that they just constantly fuss because they lack entertainment. I want to see if I can put them on the mat, and then I'm going to have her walk away. Oh, yes, my child's aged up. Everyone. There we go. That's going to be the solution for now. We'll see if it works. Lock the door so they can't go in there, hopefully. And we need to age up Ivy, I believe. Yes, age up Ivy. Yeah, you can't get in that room. Because I don't know what they did when they fixed infants in that update, but... What? But I feel like they've broken several things. This is ridiculous here. They are on the mat. Okay, randomize that. She is a glutton. Okay, so she's an outgoing glutton. Out of 16, 7. So 6, 7. So she wants fortune. And then let's see, out of 3, 3. A mansion baron. Okay. Now let's see. Put Jane down here. Okay. No, don't take a piece. You take a piece of that cake, you will be making another one. There we go. We're going to walk away, and we're not going to do anything to her. She does not need anything. Please. Please, for my sanity. Please. No. No. Please, for my sanity, walk away. Now let's lock the store. Everyone. There we go. Whew. Okay. In fact, what we might even do, let's try it to begin with. Unlock 4 specifically, since she's not gonna be probably hyper focused on her. open it for Ivy. You need to work on painting, but also food. So let's go ahead and get you a piece of food, and then maybe just go create a painting. Because I'm trying to figure out which one I want more, the mat or the bed, but I'm starting to think the mat might be the better idea. Just go back to the mat, but maybe put it in the locked room. So maybe it fixes that problem. That might end up being the solution, is we just take the cribs out and we just put the play mats in there. Oh, she can practice punching while pregnant. I didn't know that. Okay, and how's the baby's doing? Okay, she's still... Okay, she just needs a little bit more to get to, thinking level 2. Then why do you keep waking up? The child hates sleeping but is tired. I don't understand you, kid. I would say so far this trick is helping. I mean, now she needs food, so I should probably have her go in and help her. But let me make a change. Okay. Let's go ahead and make this change. We'll put the mats on either side. I'm going to stop her from doing the painting stuff for the second. And let me unlock the door. That's the only tedious part about this, but until they figure it out and stuff, that's the only thing they can do. So let's do super efficient infant care. And then we'll put her on the mat, and she can go back to sleep. Okay, let's do 2 paintings, and then let's focus on the kids, because they are almost there. Okay, you can stop playing with the toy. And I will also have her grab some food. Oh, nice, she just finished a masterpiece. Okay, and what is her skill at, by the way? Okay, you need to pick a task and finish it, please. Okay, please do your homework, and then I also need you to do the punching bag. And then probably get to sleep. Okay, so she has level 3, so now does she have everything? You are still... How in the heck are you not doing your homework? Oh, no, wait a minute. Okay, never mind. It's that bug again. Where it, like, shows the homework's not done, but it is done. Okay. She's ready to go for school tomorrow. Okay, and then we're gonna continue painting. I think I'm just gonna do a mathematical diagram, though. See if that one does any better. Just so we can keep the chaos to a minimum, we'll have one of the twins get up at a time to work on their needs. Okay, never mind. We need to... Of course you have a blowout. Okay. Let's unlock the door and let's help the baby. Because the teenager's already asleep, so... So let's do some cleanup. Change diaper. Okay. Pause that for a second. How are their needs? Okay, so only 3 washes. It used to be 5. So I don't know if it's just because the sink is upgraded, but honestly, I think we could get away with the sink. But let's put Jane down over there. I'll have her resume doing her painting. Oh, wow. I didn't realize they got logic from making a mathematical painting. Makes sense, but also didn't know that. Okay, I think I'm gonna get Sage up real quick to have her start working on some stuff. Oh, she only needs potty. Okay. Fact that I might have Sage go back to bed for a bit. If she only needs potty, they both just need potty. So I might have Ivy work with them because she needs to go to sleep because she is exhausted and I need her to have sleep for tomorrow because she's going to be at home with them alone. Well, I'm sorry, but you're going to get help. I know you don't like it, but you're going a bit slow. Yes, potty level 3. Okay, so you can finish up on the potty, and then I'm gonna have you work with. And then I'm gonna have Ivy, I think, work with Sage on it. Okay, and then potty train Sage. Fern can go to bed. Yeah, okay, you can go to bed. She can go to bed while I potty train Sage. Aw, she actually wanted help. Okay, so she has to go to school. Go to school. So we'll just finish letting Sage potty train herself. Just for a few more minutes, because I would have the mom come over here, but she's exhausted. I think we'll pull the cake out and put it over here, so we don't have to worry about, In fact, you know what? She's so close that, honestly, by the time we get done aging her up, we'll just go ahead and, I think, age up, Fern now, because, honestly, by the time she gets done, I think, Sage will be done potty training. So, let's go ahead and age up Fern, because Fern has level 3 in all skills. Yay, and she's a level 3. Okay, so add birthday candles back to that cake. There we go. Okay. She's a hothead. That fits. Let's see. Numbers 1 through 5. 4. Okay, so she's going to be a social butterfly, but hot-headed. Okay. Okay, and there's candles back on the cake, and double check. Oh, she's so pretty. Yep, 3 and everything. Okay, so help blow out candles for Sage. Okay. Sage is aged up. Loves outdoors. And 3. Motor. Okay, so she's a motors and she loves outdoors. Okay. Let's go ahead and open the door real quick and let's unlock. In fact, I want to test something here really quick. See if this works. There we go. Much better. So let's go ahead and do super efficient infant care. Basically, I changed it out to this gate because then, as you can see, the gate is there even when I have the walls partially down, so that I don't have to keep putting the walls up and down. So I think that might be the long-term solution. Okay, let's get the kids figured out. Okay, so she's getting food, and then she's tired, so we might just have her go to bed because they probably need to go to bed before their sister gets home. Oh no, one of them only is tired. Okay. So the other one gets food. No, we're not touching the cake. In fact, since you're gonna head in that direction anyways, if you could put candles on the cake. Okay. Yeah, I'll let her take a bath for a minute. Let's see. Okay, Sage has a bunch of energy but low food. We might have her work on the motor skill. Maybe she'll shoot some hoops. Let me line her up to shoot around with the basketball hoop. Okay. Honestly, it's a lot calmer once we figured out that the toddlers need to get into be in a fenced-in or locked-in room. I will say that it has become so much easier to deal with the infants now that I know that they need to be in a locked-in room. Okay, Sage is done with her motor skill, so she has level 4 motor, which I think is all she needs for all of her education. Yeah. Actually, no, I think 3 was the cap. Okay, so she has everything she needs. So she can now just kind of go around, do her own thing, and she's fine. She has a social butterfly, so I might have her talk in the mirror and work on um, her charisma, since she has the social aspiration. Okay, and what's Jane's issue? I think she's just tired. Yeah, she's just tired. Oh, yeah, Fern is still gonna go work on that. Oh, nice, she got another masterpiece. Oh, nice. Ivy's home from school, and she has an A grade, it looks like. Yep, she has an A grade. Okay. So, we can go over here, pull the cake out, and have her age up. Wait, does she have a responsibility or something up? No, not quite. Okay, so how about you mop up, clean up. Who has toys in their inventory, by the way? Surprisingly, no one has toys in their inventory. Okay, I may have to do super efficient infant care on her. Oh, okay. Never mind. She can go back to her painting. Okay. So, Ivy was getting the baby. So, let's go ahead and just... Nope, you can keep getting her. No, we don't put her down in the snow. That's kind of the opposite of what we want. If you're gonna do anything, we just need her fed. Oh, nice. Her responsibility is in range. So, now we can pull up the cake and have her blow it out. Okay. A vegetarian. Okay, so she's an outgoing glutton and a vegetarian, but she wants to be a mansion baron. Okay. And you're gonna be staying in the house until one of the other two ages up. Even though, like, it's technically not too bad, the moment I move her out, it's going to become bad. Okay. She's gone into labor. Okay. I guess we'll just have the baby at the hospital. There's no point in waiting here. Okay, now let's see. This was the one that we did the fertility. Now, the only issue is I didn't have her kid listening to kids' music. So, this was only the fertility massage and the fertility trait. It's another girl. I think this is the most I've had girls in a row. I always have boys. So, let's see. Yeah, let's do Daisy. Okay, Daisy Forest. I think it's only one. Okay, yeah, it's only one. Okay. Okay, so the fertility massage does not do as much as I had hoped for, but that's honestly fine. I think having twins or triplets once in a while is fine. So let's head on back to the house and see what everyone else is up to. Okay, so where are the girls at? Okay, so she has her homework done and she has her skill to level 5. Sage is at homework done and skilled level 5. Jane has 3 days, no, 2 days left. Okay. 2 days left till she ages up. Ivy's done, but she's staying in the house. Maybe until the twins age up into teens. So we'll see when that is. Should only be a couple more days. But I think that's where a good place to leave it. I've definitely got some notes for whenever I rebuild the house again. Definitely at least a 6-block or a 4-block space with both of the playmats in it. That'll work just fine for the infants, and then put a gate on it so that she can't just keep going in and messing with them. I have had the most relaxed time with infants since I put that gate and fence up. Some small tweaks. Obviously, the kitchen, I've gotten it down to 3 tiles. Bathrooms, we'll see. I may condense it to 1 bathroom, or we'll see how I rearrange the bathrooms. But then it depends on what kind of floor plan design I go with next time and how I decide to do it. But I'm definitely getting rid of this tub because I have found today it only took me 3 times washing them in the sink, so that's not bad for a once in a while blowout. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely getting some ideas for what I want to do next time I rebuild to optimize it a bit more. Because that's always fun about the Hunter Baby doing it on a tiny lot, is really trying to figure out the almost perfect build to be able to function on a tiny home lot with minor frustration. So yeah, we'll have to see where we get to next time, because I think I'm going to try and get a little bit further next time, because we are basically on a weekend here soon. So next time we're going to be on a weekend, so that's always a bit of a long one because they don't have anything to do over the weekend. The weekends are always a difficult part of, you don't make any progress other than through having babies. So we'll see what we do on that. But yeah, with that, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!